be talking about the Zero Plan today, and the Zero Plan is a great opportunity if you're looking for ways to increase your products per retail and your ability to make more money in F&I. The Zero Plan is a tool that is underutilized, and perhaps could be because maybe you don't know everything you need to know about it. But it is a great tool to use, and it gives us opportunities to get things going in F&I. So let me think. I gotta find. Phil, can you still hear me? I think I might have muted you. I don't see you on here.
Just unmute everybody.
There we go. Boom. There, it should work now. Phil, you still? Can you hear me?
Please stand by. Technical difficulties.
Okay, well, we're there. Well, we'll just keep going. Phil, if you're having trouble, if we can't hear you, would you just email or text Paul and we'll get it? All right. That's because I can individually do it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Just take a second. Hold with me just one moment.
Please stand by. We're updating the technology.
It's all. I'm actually muting them now, so I don't want to do that. All right, let's get started. First thing we're going to look at here is a video, which is a great piece that they've created.
Hi, I'm Mark, an F&I training agent. Today, I'm at one of my dealerships to share with you how to use Zero Plan from universal lenders to sell more F&I products. Zero Plan allows us to sell more products with minimal down payment, 0% interest, no credit checks, and up to 36 months to pay. With pressure increasing on F&I income, Zero Plan provides a unique opportunity to drive additional dollars with your existing customers. Historically, dealers have been resistant to offer 0% payment plans to their customers. With high chargebacks, slow funding, short terms, and high fees, it's understandable why so many dealers have not embraced these products. Zero Plan addresses these concerns with 7-day funding, lower chargebacks, up to 36-month payment plans, and the most competitive fees in the industry. Today, I'm working with one of my F&I managers to see how we can implement Zero Plan in our process. Grant, how are you today?
Good. How are you doing, Mark?
Doing well. Hey, I've been looking at the numbers, and it looks like you've been having a lot of success early on, but your cash deals are holding back your overall dollar per car. I wonder if you can tell me what it is about them that you're finding the most challenging.
When I show them the whole price, including the products, they never say yes. It's just so much easier to sell products as part of a monthly payment.
I agree. Let's talk about offering your cash customers monthly payments. Zero Plan offers 36-month terms at 0%, so now you can offer monthly payments to everyone.
I've heard of Zero Plan, but I don't know much about it.
It's really easy. You collect 10% down, complete a simple finance contract, and you're funded in 7 days. Plus, you can finance other products in addition to just service contracts.
Is this only for cash deals, or can I use this when the bank caps me?
You can use it when the bank caps you. Remember, it's a completely separate transaction, and there's no approval process. You can use it for cash, finance, or lease customers. Really anyone you think might be attracted to 0% interest.
Why hasn't the dealership been using this before?
Well, with our old programs, we had to wait to get paid, and it was complicated. We had high fees, frequent chargebacks. We just didn't think it was worth it. Zero Plan addresses these issues and makes it much simpler.
This sounds like this can make me a lot of money. How do I capitalize on this?
Well, there are two types of opportunities. Customers that get capped by the bank or cash release. We know what to do with lender restrictions, but for cash or lease buyers who have a specific budget, you can change the conversation from dollars today to 0% dollars in the future. This means you sell more product and make more money. If you really want to be successful, you'll work this into your everyday process. The more frequently you use it, the more comfortable you'll become, the more products you'll sell. If you treat it as an afterthought, you won't see the results you want. What are your best dealers doing? Our best dealers know that Zero Plan is not just for the F&I office. It allows service advisors to sell service contracts at 0% interest. This gives us a great opportunity to sell to people coming into the service lane and to those who've recently paid for service out of pocket. We found success calling owners who didn't have a service contract after a trip to the service department that cost more than they anticipated. It's important to make it a priority early in your presentation, display knowledge and confidence, and always remind the customer, this is 0%.
This is great, Mark. I'm going to bring this up in my next finance presentation.
To learn more about Zero Plan, speak with your dealer rep www.zeroplan.com.
You know, that's a great video. I'm going to try to, just a second here, I'm going to try to get everybody unmuted. Oops, no, that's not working right. And let's see, should be good now. Okay, so with the zero plan options, let's kind of just talk about that. You know, some of the things that have kept us from doing it in the past are slow to fund. And one of the things Zero Plan does is a 7-day funding, which is great. There's no profit limitation, very low cancellation rate. Most products are eligible. Finance multiple products on one contract through F&I Express. We're going to go through that in a minute, but that's a huge advantage, Paul, because you know, if I'm talking to somebody and I'm limited, I'm not stuck with just doing one product. I can do multiple products, but the key is that I can do them all on one contract.
That's for sure, John. It uncaps you as far as your limitations from your main lenders. There's no credit check, so you don't have to worry about that. And with no interest, it's really attractive, especially to a secondary subprime buyer.
Yeah, it gives you an opportunity to, you know, we were talking about the other day, that when you do have that credit challenged customer that is subject to a higher interest rate, it becomes very attractive for them to qualify for a 0% on those products, and they can be done outside of the structure of a secondary deal.
Plus, if they pay as agreed, they're going to build another credit reference because Zero Plan does report to the credit bureau.
Oh, it's a great idea. Zero Plan, some guidelines here, and you know we have those available if you need this. We certainly can provide it to you, but here are some of the guidelines. Take note that they will go up to 36 months. And this gives you an idea of the term, so it kind of breaks it down. But that new 36-month term is available. And it's on the portal. So feel free to say that out loud, Paul.
This is on UDS Dealer Services Partner Portal. It also is part of the Zero Plan presentation when you go through F&I Express, which we'll come to later.
You know, it's good to have a co-presenter in here, and he's whispering to me. I says, Paul, you can say it out loud. It's okay. All right. Moving on. Just some documentation examples so that you can see what we're talking about here. And, you know, I think the opportunity to be able to use a retail installment contract for the products has those same disclosures. All of it's right there. So it's a document that allows them to put multiple products on one document through F&I Express, which is a big deal. Phil, are you still muted? If you are, please let me know. I guess you are because I can't hear you. I don't know why I can't hear you. Hold on a second. Let's see. I'm going to try to get you in here. Boom. And
dead air. All right, we're talking further. One of the other nice things about this program is the contract looks just like your basic retail installment contract, so it's very easy to disclose. It's very easy to build into the customer's paperwork, and they're going to be very comfortable with it.
Okay, let's keep moving forward. Funding checklist and final accounting, very easy to get funded. Just use the checklist. It helps make sure that everything's there. Take the time and to make sure that this is accurate, and that 7-day funding will kick in. It'll be something that'll work. You know, you want to make sure that you have the funding, all the requirements that are required. It's universal lender is the source, and you want to make sure that you have everything that's highlighted there under the funding package, and if it make sure that that gets done within 10 days of the date of sale, and that's important that happens. So if you're slow to get deals validated or slow to get deals with accounting, that could be a problem.
You want to expedite these, and you want to also give them special handling and accounting so that they don't get just put in the bottom of the stack of other remittance business, because by getting them expedited, then they can get into the system as far as Zero Plan. They can get the billings out and get things rolling so we can get payments going with the customer and also start moving toward a solution as far as long-term commitment from the customer. The sooner we get started, the better overall commitment we're going to have from the customer as far as payment.
True enough. Now, hold on just a second. I'm having a little trouble here today. This thing is
On screen, it's just dancing.
Yeah, Universal Lenders have partnered with F&I Express to really make it simple. I think the collaboration and the functionality that F&I Express brings to this, now we can log once, E-rate, E-contract, and finance multiple products using one process. And if you're not using this, we've got a video here to kind of show you how that's done. So let's go through that now, Paul.
Let's do it.
Welcome to our streamlined e-contracting platform. In this section, we will be reviewing zero plan financing. To log into our website, go to www.fandixpress.com, and in the upper right-hand corner, click Login. Usernames and passwords will be provided to you by our support team, and your dealership setup is complete and ready for training. The first page we'll begin at is your customer list. On the left-hand side, if you have a DMS system, you can pull a deal across by entering in the deal number. If you do not have a DMS system, on the left-hand side, click Deals and create a manual deal. Fill in all your customer information, and when ready, click Close. Put in your VIN number, and then click on Decode. This will bring up the make, model, and year of your vehicle. At this point, you can go through and fill in the rest of your vehicle information and move on to the finance information. Down at the bottom is a list of your providers. Click anywhere on the gray provider bar and add product. Notice that information is now highlighted in red. This is mandatory information that needs to be in place for you to be able to move forward. Verify all information is correct, and when ready, click Get Rate. Choose your product from the drop-down and click Save. You can now filter out your products and click Save Selected Rate. In the top right-hand corner is a DC box. This is your dealer cost checkbox. This shows you dealer costs compared to retail rates, and on this page you can adjust the retail accordingly, or we have the ability on our end to add a markup or a set rate if you would like it to be pre-programmed. Also on this page, you can add other products by clicking on Add More Products. When ready, click Finalize and Print. When adding additional products through other providers, simply click on the next gray provider bar and click Add Product. Again, this will highlight information in red and give you red action circles. Once verified all information is in place, click Get Rate. Choose your product from the drop-down and add product. You can now choose your term and click Save Selected Rate. Here, we will show you dealer costs compared to retail, and we will add a markup. When ready, we're going to click Finalize and Print. We now have two products ready to be financed. Click on the Finance button on the bottom right-hand side, check off all products you want to finance, and fill in all financing information. To view your zero plan retailer fees, simply click on Show Dealer Cost. When ready, click Finance. Our PDF is now available to view. In the upper right-hand corner, click on your PDF, and you will now see that we have 3 copies of the contract, one for the customer, one for the dealer, and a universal contract.
You know, Paul, I can't think of that's a super fast and easy way to, excuse me, this is not working well today. It's a fast and easy way to do multiple products in one situation. You know, we've talked, and certainly industry-wide, we're looking for opportunities to merchandise, sell products, F&I products, outside of the retail transaction of a car sale. You know, there are dealers that are looking for certainly opportunities in the service drive, which is a huge opportunity and represents a big opportunity for everyone, certainly on this call, to generate more revenue. Don't forget that every time we sell a product without a sale of a vehicle, that helps our PPR. And I know a lot of you are chasing that 2.0 PPR bogey. And, you know, this is a great way to get you over the top and get there. It offers value to the customer because, they may be faced with an unexpected expense. They see the value of a service agreement or any of the other products that are available under the Zero plan, but due to budget, whatever, last minute, they may not have the money there to put it on their credit card or pay cash. And this gives them a very good opportunity to finance the purchase. One of the things that I think is significant too is that you want to remember is that chargebacks are very low with the Zero plan, because we're going in and we're pulling the money, and it's a don't have to think about a transaction for the customer.
One of the other things about the Zero plan is that they will call a customer and pursue the payment. So it's not just a drop and grab after the customer misses their payment and there's no follow-up. So the Zero plan is very intent on trying to make sure that the customer does pay and does fulfill their contract, so that we can fulfill the service contract or whatever other option they have chosen, whatever product they've chosen, and make it a real deal. So that's another benefit that the Zero plan offers over virtually everybody else, especially a service payment plan. One thing I wanted to mention was when you're at F&I Express and you are doing a Zero plan, the finance button will not show up until you actually create the product and have the PDF. If you try to look for it before, it's not going to be there because it doesn't know that you need a finance deal, a finance option until after you create a product.
Two great points, and the value that's created by think about this, to have the ability for them to go after customers that are not are behind on a payment, to save the deal, make it happen, is a huge advantage to the other providers in the space that do not do that. And I think that's a differentiator that is very significant for Zero plan, and it also gets people back on track, which gets them to pay through the contract, and that's good for everybody concerned. And I think you're right, Paul. I do like the red, yellow, green aspect of F&I Express and how easy that is. It doesn't allow you to make a mistake. It kind of gives you a clear path of what's next. And, it's just a very simple and easy tool to use if we use it.
Exactly. It's really laying out there, and it facilitates the ability to pick somebody up from service and walk them all the way through the transaction, including doing the finance contract, without ever having to enter your DMS if you don't want to. And the other thing is, the other opportunity we have, John, is that we haven't mentioned, is the customers that have other people in the office where you can say, hey, what other cars in your family might benefit from one of these options? And maybe they don't have any more money, or they don't have a finance option that they can build that into, and they would like to take advantage of another product for one of the other cars in their family, and they want to use the Zero plan for that. So you can facilitate the sale of that transaction, that product, even though it isn't a deal or it isn't somebody from service necessarily.
Let's talk about that for just a quick second, Paul, because when we're using the decline declination page, decline accept page, and we're recommending, or we're going for that one more product, if we're unable to kind of get that budget thing taken care of, because we're talking about them paying more for 60 months, 72 months, 84 months, whatever it is on that car payment, and they may not want that, but we might be able to find a way for them to come with them to be able to fit that into their budget for the next 12 months or 24 months and still enjoy the benefits of the product. And as Paul said, there's another opportunity for us, and this really gives us takes away a lot of objections from the customer when we suggest those other products for those other products for vehicles that are already in their family. These are great for and virtually every product we offer, other than Gap, is available under the Zero plan. So when we're to get that extra product to get us over that too, it's a great way to take away that objection of, hey, I just can't afford it in my monthly payment. Well, I do see the value. Let's take it outside of the payment, and here's a plan, zero interest. It's a great way to go ahead and do that. So great way to pick up multiple products. Paul's feverishly writing down a note, so I want to see what he has to say, Paul.
One of the things I was going to mention is when you're working your Zero plan, working your customer, 10% is not the target number. Get more than 10% down if you can, because you're going to get a better commitment from the customer as far as their likelihood of payout, and you're also going to get a better reduction in fee and on a better length of term if you ask for more money down. It just makes a lot of sense. Cash is king, as we all know, and so getting that extra cash is going to get extra commitment.
Yeah, and I'm sure Phil was on, you were able to hear him, and I'm sorry we can't hear Phil because he has a lot of good content. But, you know, down payment equals commitment, right? And the more they're putting into it, couple of things happen. The payment gets less, plus the probability of pay goes way up, chargebacks come down, everything gets better when they put money down. So don't be afraid to get more down. It says at the top of the chart, minimum down. But certainly we can customize that and help the customer fit it into their budget by putting more money down. Okay? Paul, do you think there's anything that we have forgotten to talk about? We're reaching the end of our time.
I don't believe so, John. I think we really kind of encapsulated it all. Really, the zero plan itself really provides you another avenue for success in the finance office. It helps you reach your product per retail and your PVR structure as far as your targets. It helps you put extra cash in your pocket as far as writing yourself your own check. If there are no deals being delivered up front, you need to find a way to make some extra money. And if you go to the service department and use this to facilitate extra sales, yeah, that's just writing yourself an improvement in your income or writing yourself an extra paycheck. So please, by all means, execute on that, learn it. Use your regional manager as a Q&A next time he's in your dealership. If you have questions about this, we can walk through it very quickly and easily with you and get you comfortable with using the system and having these extra results.
You know, follow-up should be the part of any F&I professional, and following up with our customers in F&I, we certainly should be doing that. We're going to be talking about that in a subsequent webinar coming up. But one of the things that keep in mind is that if you've got a customer that has taken a product, you couldn't close them on a second one, or they've taken no product, this is a great reason to follow up with the customer and give them an opportunity to maybe take that product that they were thinking about, or perhaps they've been offered, as soon as they leave the dealership, those registrations are sold to companies that sell products that we offer. They're certainly going to be contacting them, and this gives us an opportunity to maybe talk to them about it and say, there's one thing that I want to share with you that maybe I didn't share with you at time of delivery. If you're still thinking about that vehicle service contract, there is a way for you to go ahead and enjoy the benefits of ownership of that and be able to take that, make it affordable, stretch the payments out. And the great news is it won't cost you anything. It's interest-free. So lots of ways there to utilize Zero Plan. I think it's a great option for us in F&I. I think it's underutilized in a lot of places. So we want to make sure we bring it front of mind and think about it as your go-to option.
From back pocket to front of mind.
Yeah, make it that go-to option when the customer is backing up on a second or third product just because of their monthly payment situation. Anybody got any questions, comments, or concerns? I do not see any hands going up. Well, thank you very much for joining the webinar today. I appreciate it. I hope you got some good information out of it. Don't forget, if you're looking for more information on the Zero Plan or you'd like a copy of this webinar, feel free to email me at jtaber@udsdealerservices.com or talk to your UDS representative and they can get you all the information you need.